Hmm. Today I decided that I have to make a video for 11th class chemistry student. Today I choose chapter number second and very first topic, that is on the discovery of electron, because without identity or without knowledge of electron we cannot study the chemistry. So friends, I have to decide that first of all explain how electron are discovered. In beginning, our Indian philosopher, Democritus, and other philosopher explain that smallest substance is known as a Parmanu, but this Parmanu is explained by Dalton as a Dalton atomic theory atom. He told us that, or suggested that, any substance which we further divide till smallest condition, that smallest particle is known as a atom. Atom cannot further divide, but by the discovery of electron, proton, neutron, or radioactive rays, we understand that atom can divide in three fundamental particles. So first one fundamental particle is over here. In beginning, we observe that the Crookes, Julius, and Flicker made a one beautiful discharge tube. This is made up by the glass. This glass tube either fitted by the cathode and anode electrode, which is made up by the platinum or other kind of electrode, which is good conductor of electricity. And these electrodes are connected with high voltage. And also another thing is created in this discharge tube, that is known as create a very low pressure, because we know that if we made a two electrode far apart in any discharge tube, electricity cannot pass without connection, but at low pressure and high voltage electricity has been passed. As we switch on, the glow has been started inside the discharge tube, because we use one uh, one screen, which these kind of rays, those comes from cathode, are different color. If we fill different kind of gases, we get different kind of color of a cathode rays. So simply we can say that this discharge tube is discovered by the Crookes. This is helpful for the study of cathode rays. After the discovery of cathode rays, J.J. Thomson studied the cathode rays and he take out some important points. He also suggested that if electrodes are fitted and high voltage pass through the electrode, okay, faint greenish light also produce at low pressure, also show fluorescence, means chamak and light. So these are known as cathode rays, because cathode rays are coming from a cathode and ended up anode. J. Thomson suggested that these cathode rays have some important properties. These properties are: number one, these cathode rays having heating effect. Why? Because whenever these cathode rays strike on thin plate of any metal, that thin plate of metal gets heat up. If we put one opaque substance, any kind of crystal, in front of cathode rays, in path of cathode rays, that crystal make a one shadow on a screen. Now third one property of cathode rays is cathode rays consist of material particle. How we understand that? This one point, if we put one smaller paddle wheel in front of in path of the cathode rays, that paddle wheel start rotating. So only material particles can rotate a paddle wheel. Another thing, effect of electric field. If we put one positive plate and negative plate in path of cathode rays, so these cathode rays turned or diverted toward a anode or positive plate. It is showing that cathode rays are unit negative charge particles, so which are further called electrons. This electron word is given by J.J. Thomson. Cathode rays, whenever pass through any kind of gas, that gas ionize. Okay, so simply we can say that cathode rays are unit negative charge particle, and X-rays are also produced by the cathode rays when strike on a appropriate metal. Cathode rays also show a photoelectric effect, which is used in photovoltaic cell, which are also used in a space industry or spacecraft. So simply we can say that cathode rays are very important, which are known as electrons. Cathode rays are also defined as unit negative charge particles having the mass of hydrogen 1 upon 1837th mass of the hydrogen. That's all. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.